Hi, good evening. I'm Harish. I'm part of the Intake batch, and this video is a voiceover video for the virtualization and cloud computing assignment number 1. We are required to set up virtual machines on our host machine. I will walk you through the process of how I went through setting this up and how did I deploy the microservices onto these two virtual machines. So first things, we need to get the prerequisites. The first thing will be to get the virtual box. I'm using a Windows 11 machine, so I went and got the Windows host and also download the virtual box and extension in the Linux from the net. I went ahead and installed the virtual box manager. And once it is done, once you launch, you apply extension once you launch, it's going to show up like this. We will now go ahead and create the virtual machines. I'll start off. I'm going to choose Oracle as my ISO, so I'm going to use that name so it's easy to identify. If in any case you're going to use it, it's easy to find out which VM stands for which one. I'm going to take a 6 GB one with two cores. I'll also specify because I have good space on my laptop where I'm setting up these two virtual machines, so I can go ahead and use 40 GB. I'll set up another one. The reason I'm setting up two VMs is I can't do 3 VMs. I tried and it did not work, so I have to go a little conservative. So I'm sticking with the second VM, which is the 4 GB and the 2 cores. The first VM will host the backend logic, and the second one will host the database. So our virtual machines are ready. They're not powered up. The second thing next thing that we need to do is connect them. Now there is a tag here for network, and as you can see, I went ahead and created two NAT networks. We'll use the HNet, so I'll remove this one. So it's a very simple thing to go ahead and create it. There are no additional clicks here. So really, what needs to happen is I put HNet and then the menu fields got automatically created. And once this is created, you can come back here to machines and right click, go to settings and network, and choose the NAT network. I chose this because I feel that's how the typical cloud, not my machine, but typical cloud allows to connect two machines, two virtual machines at the same time. I don't want this host machine to go and talk to the database directly. That's definitely a big no. So that's one of the reasons I did not go with the bridge adapter. Okay, and similarly one has to do the same thing for the second one. So you go in here and go to network, again select NAT network, and we are kind of connected. But this is not yet done because we just simply connected these two. We still need to go ahead and set up. If you remember, we didn't set up the ISO, so we need to go ahead and set up the ISO image. Now ISO image is going to take a while. I'll show you in the next step, but it takes about 15 minutes to set it up, and we will start the installation and then come back and pick it up once the install is ready for both these VMs. Step, we will now try to power this up. Okay, so we click start here on the VM1, and you'll see a power up window coming up here. Now, if you remember, we did not install the Oracle Linux, so we did download the ISO, so we'll wait for the screen to come up, and as expected, it will immediately say that it failed to boot. Now, I did not select it on the initial screen because for some reason, when I was trying multiple iterations of this particular virtual box, choosing the ISO upfront was not letting me go through a successful installation. So I kind of chose this way. I first set up VMs without an image and then try to fire them up and then do a mount and retry boot. So here we go. We started it. Now I will say press media and select, and the installation will take a while to get through. I've seen this usually takes around 15 minutes or so for us to completely get through this particular installation. So I'll not continue the recording for the whole time, but I'll bring us back into the recording as we near the completion of this setting of this OS in the virtual machine one. The installation is going on. This is almost approaching the end, so that's why I got this in back here. Essentially, we just need to select the base language which I chose as English India and enable the root and also set up a user called myadmin with a password. So the installation is done now, as you can see, and I'll go ahead and reboot the system. I'm going to do the same for the second VM, and that will complete the setting it up. So I'll again bring us back into the recording once both the installations are complete for both the VMs. You can see now both the VMs are ready, and I have fired them both up, so the installation is complete. Let's check the connectivity. We're on the virtual machine 1, which is going to host our the backend. So I'm going to run a simple command to find out what's the IP address. You can see it is 10.0.2.15. Okay, and the second one, let's run the same command here. You can see 10.0.2.3. So let's check the connectivity again. So this is VM1. Let's look at this one, 10.0.2.3. Okay. Let's ping 10.0.2.3 from the VM1. As you can see this pinging, so which means that this side connectivity is fine from VM1 to 2. Let's check the other way around because we're going to host the database here, right? So yeah, so this means also as well. Now, couple of things. I have prepared two microservices which we're going to deploy next onto this machine. One is called the user service, and it's called the usage service. Just to give a glimpse of what this is and why we're talking about this, because now the connectivity is established. So as you can see here, this is going to be the architecture. So far, what we have done is we've connected the NAT network to both the VMs. So this one holds the Spring Boot microservice, and this one will hold the Postgres SQL database. So what I need to do now is a couple of things. One is a couple of things. One is to set up this Postgres and Spring Boot and Java on this VM, and the Postgres installation set up the tables over here. Before I do that, I'm also going to show you the code that I have written for. Right, so this is a very simple Spring Boot setup that I have set up. Okay, all that it will do is it essentially allows us to add a user. Basically, if you just open a browser or if you open a SQL command, and you can add a user, view a user, or you can actually delete a user. Now, very simply, it will store the ID, name, and email, or basically three columns of table called users. And as you can see, it's a very simple script. And on the other hand, each time such a transaction happens, what I've done is I have also written a small another additional microservice, so total of 2 microservices. What this does is it does an audit. Essentially, it tries to remember any transactions that have happened onto the database. So very simply, each time you can actually access this particular microservice directly, and you can get to see what are the audit records each time a new user is added or viewed or deleted. So to do this, one thing that I need to do for sure is go back into this place. These files are on my local host, and as I said, I use a NAT network, so I need to set up a port forwarding. I set up an SSH for the TCP at 27 pointers, so that I can directly do a SSH from my PowerShell on the laptop and transfer the files into the virtual machines. Right, so we are here, and let us get back to the virtual machine because we need to finish the Postgres database setup. I installed the software already of the Postgres, which is a simple sudo command, and then I initialized and enabled it. Also created a database user, so we could quickly check and see the status. As you can see, it is up. The database is up. There is also one particular file that we need to update to make sure that the connection notifications that it is able to listen to all the IPs. Now this is pretty much a very generic setup that I'm doing. Okay, and I would also need to make sure that the files which are there. I also need to make sure that so I need to make sure that the host and the IPs are able to take the individual database passwords, not depend upon the identification because we don't have any such service here. So essentially, the authentication to the database has to happen through the password. And that's what I've done. I've changed it here to scan message 56 for verification of all the databases. So pretty much open up the whole thing. So now I'm logging into the VM2, and we need to get inside the database, and you can see that I have set up the tables, and I also inserted some sample records into a table called users, essentially the name and email ID. And then there is also a table which I have inserted a few sample records, but we'll see the microservices and see how it goes in. Oops. So now we have finished the VM to set up the work. The database here on the VM1, which is where the set up the Spring Boot, and I also copied the files from the host machine to the VM1. If you remember, I was mentioning about a port forwarding rule which is set up only for this particular VM 10.0.15. Now you can see these are the files for the users. This is for the first microservice, and this is for the second one. Let us go back to the place where we have the Pong.xml, and we can run a build. So this is pretty successful. Let's also go back into the we'll see the Pong.xml. So let's do a clean build. And this is also up. So now what we need to do is we need to bring up the both the other machine also the database so that we can quickly test our the connections of microservices to the database. Okay, so let's start our Spring Boot application for the user service. So I fire it up, and I have command ready on the other tab. So this is for the user service. Let's give it a minute. It's connecting to the DB, and now let's now that both are running, let's make a quick query to see what results come up. So this is basically showing all the users that are there in here. But if you remember, I was mentioning that as soon as I make that kind of so these are the users that are there, right? We're running as users. But the moment we do that, it will also record, as you can see number 8, that we have made a read user command. It has detected that there is already basically there is an action that's happened, and it has recorded. So we can do it again. Like you can file it again as users and go back. This should roll to from ID 8 to ID 9. As you can see, again another event which is read users. If you are going to do an add or a delete, it will also record create users or the remove users. So this way we are able to establish a connection between both the VMs, right? And only from the local machine to VM number 1, not to 2, because we have the port forwarding rules which will prevent that to VM 2. Then from we successfully deployed the microservices and 2 microservices, one is a user service and one is a user service. Each time a user service runs and queries for the users or add users, the user service keeps auditing, remembering where the connection at what time the event has happened, and also the nature of the event that is going on. So that concludes this particular voice presentation. Thank you so much for being patiently hearing to this recording.